person sees all.
You guys want to see just under 7 million posts, articles, videos before it's news.com? It speaks for itself. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey Pritchett, for writing an article about the object that I saw falling on the moon. And like he said himself in the article, we don't know what it is, but it was pretty spectacular. Thanks for attracting people to the research, my friend, and I hope to be able to do the same. Hello, everyone. Check out that website. Bruce Sees All here. How's everyone doing? My name's not really Bruce Sees All. My name is actually Bruce Schwartz, or is it? We're looking at UFOs on the surface, spraying the surface alongside of Clavius Crater. But I'm going to show you guys some new findings in the same footage because I'm just like that. It's just like magic. We're going to see the light inside the object that's spraying right now, and we're going to go see in slower detail the other object, UFO, going inside of this smoke or haze. Watch this. Again, I'll show you a couple times. This is one of the best footage I think I've ever got of a UFO on the surface, except for that one that has that light in it. Now, the yellow gas or whatever. There's one that has a yellow gas that comes out. I don't know if you guys remember it. So now check this out. We're with a purple filter, but watch closely the end of that whatever spraying there. A light. Now keep watching, and we're going to see again another light inside of that cloud as it's traveling alongside Clavius Crater. Now if they're spraying or hiding, there it is. If they're spraying or hiding the surface, it could be a very effective way of hiding the surface, depending on what's going on up there or how much they want to hide it, right? We could possibly see these objects spraying so that we don't see the surface. Let me tell you, there is a lot of haze up there on the surface. We're not going to hide that. It's not something I'm making up. NASA themselves say that there's hazes up on the surface. Watch the light inside. We're going to see that light inside of that cloud light up. And anyways, I'm going to get some circles up over it for you. Maybe some of you are understanding where I'm trying to talk about the light. That object that's going by, spraying right now, it's going to start, and the arrow will follow it as it's moving along. The crevice, by the way, which is filling up the smoke there because the smoke's starting to get dim, right? It could be. It's a possibility. Watch this. This object is coming along. This is pretty incredible. Keep watching to see what that object is going to do and where it's going to go. There it is. It's going inside of the cloud, and watch what they do. Boom. The two lights light up. An interaction of extraterrestrial life, or whoever the hell that is, on the surface of the moon. So if they were on the moon with the light reflecting on the surface, this is what could be occurring, just theoretically, on the surface of the moon. They could be spraying so that we don't see the surface, and especially seen from another planet, we're just seeing this gray film on the surface with hazes, and we're like, why is everything so evenly placed on the moon? Well, we have planes. Maybe they have some kind of plane? UFOs? Who knows? We don't know if there's oxygen up there. I would think, if I was to guess, I would say, hey, drop me off on the moon. I believe that I'd be able to breathe there. But here's the thing, if there are nuclear plants there, I don't want to breathe the air. Lights on the surface, another form of camouflage. They're lit up. You know, maybe it's natural. Okay, what about these dark structures on the surface that are passing off for shadows? Whoa, that simple. I'm telling you, it's that simple. The secret, well, a part of it, a part of the camouflage, a part of the secret on the moon, my belief is these constructed objects, the way they are, the way we can't see them because they're different wavelengths, right? Here's that object up on the top that I love showing, the triangular object, right? Well, on the bottom where the arrow is pointing is the same object. By just inverting the photo, whatever's constructed on the moon looks a lot different once inverted. But the surface itself, that's natural, doesn't change all that much. That's important what I just said. These are the structures at the back of Sinus Iridum. Some of you will say you already saw that. No, not this way. I was able to get it as clear as I can, and basically these objects are hidden and we can't see them. Promontorium D, Let's say that this is not someone going through them or big enough for people or vehicles. What if it's a power connection and it's what's illuminating the surface? Ooh, only theory. But hey, who knows? The square covers on the surface that I tell you guys that I'm seeing all the time. Here's an inversion on the right, and on the left you can still see on each side of the object that there is a structure or some type of construction there. Let's have some fun with this one. I like this one a lot. It's in the Southern Highlands, not far from Clavius Crater. I'm not hiding where it is. I've shown everyone where it is. The structures are there. Even with a smaller telescope that can be seen, it's tiny, but you can still see it. Get a lens, guys. Do like me and get a lens. And clean your screens, by the way. If you're watching this, you better have a clean screen, I'm telling you, because you're not going to enjoy the video for sure. So watch this. Now your eyes, the white, watch what it did to your eyes when I show you the green. Isn't that relieving? Can you see the lines overlapping themselves? Of course you can, depending if you're on a phone, I guess. 90-degree angles, because the phone is very small to see, right? Get yourself a computer. It's worth seeing my videos with a computer. Here is that plane-like object, the triangular shape, right there. Again, hard to see. Lights on the surface moving around like crazy. Watch the lights inside of this crater and watch the big shining light that appears once in a while, and you'll see it right very soon. The little lights are moving around now, and some type of power source or light, there it is, and you see flashes on the surface. And this is one of many areas. If this was shown by NASA and, you know, big high-end credible people, well, it would have been around the world. It would have been translated into Chinese, Russian, Korean, every language possible, Arab. You can be sure as heck as that. These are structures. They are all connected. I don't know if it's the connections that permit people to go through the structures to structure to structure, or if it's massive connections holding these structures up east of Bianchini Crater. It is definitely on the surface. Many people have tried to discredit me on this, and I'm not going to let go on telling you all that these are honest structures. Each bump that you see, including here beside Copernicus Crater, it's all authentically there. Every light source, every line, every bump, everything. There's nothing manipulated here. It's a simple inverted photo. I've showed it to you before inverting it hundreds and hundreds of videos ago. Some of you are just arriving here and say, well, where is the video? Where's the video? Look at this video and back up 25 videos and you'll get a good idea of my entire research. Look at the pipelines going to and from objects. And what the heck are these patches that are beside the craters, right? I like to think it's trees. Why not? I don't care if it gets people mad. I'm sitting here looking at things on the moon. I'm looking and analyzing. I'm not stupid. I know what trees look like here on Earth. Maybe they're not trees, but they sure do look like trees. Minerals, seriously? I don't know. It could be, but I tend to think if it's patchy and it's green and they're in patches like forests, it could be forests. Maybe not, but I like saying it. Like I said, this is a negative photo, not an inverted photo, and it's, yes, sinus iridum if you recognize the spot down there. Notice how sinus iridum is whiter than the surrounding area all around it, right? So when you go back and see sinus iridum and you say the surface looks just gray and nothing on it, well, it's because those objects are reflecting back a bright light and they're blinding us. We're not seeing or being able to differentiate any of the structures that are on the surface. We're just looking at white objects. If they were all colored, and they are, if they were all easily seen as different colors, like I often show with a lot of work to try to adjust the exposure. But again, there's no programs, there's no high-end program that I'm using at all. And again, that's something else that gets people mad. How are you doing it? I'm zooming up on the surface. I'm a good photographer, I have good editing skills, and I'm able to capture the moon and show it in a way that's different. And when I say different, means clearer. No manipulation. I showed the before and after. That's the most beautiful part. We're going to go see some important surface anomalies here. Whether it be structures from an apocalypse that is entirely destroyed cities, or we're looking at alien or human or whatever construction that's recent. I tend to think it is recent. I do believe the moon's inhabited, but that's only my belief, or maybe possibly being visited. Here's Copernicus crater in the top left there, and look at that pipe or tunnel object and dark structure again, but look at that. Light sources also, platform-like objects. It's proof after proof after proof, and not in areas that are impossible to see. If you go beside Copernicus crater, you are going to see these objects, no matter how hard you try to see them. Come on. I'm not the only person that sees them. Or maybe for now, yes, but at one point, more people will find them. Look at that. Oh my gosh, we're like 3 or 4 times even closer. And I love doing this because as long as I'm always clarifying an object on the surface, no matter how close up we get, as long as we're not beyond the pixelation point, which we are clearly not, it's surface structures and objects. No, we don't know what they are, but they're beautiful to see because, NASA doesn't show them to us. We haven't seen any type of structuring anomaly or object on the surface by NASA when you think of it. All I'm saying is that I would have liked them to have shown us some of the beauty that's up there. We're looking at a 90-degree object, almost looks like a square broken up or something sitting on the surface. Object after object. Copernicus crater is just over to the top left there, and more proof and, more clarification. Here is my mailing address. Aliens are the moon. Aliens are the moon. And they're mining really up there. And they're mining on the moon. Aliens are the moon. Aliens are the moon. They're spying really up there. And they're mining on the moon. Aliens are the moon. Aliens are the moon. And they may be coming soon.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.